now we are at the Riley family. And again, we are in this area just across the future high school. And again, this is the Seaspray apartments. I completely removed the building and I built this brownstone instead. Right, so they're all different lots, and again they have the fake streets and some parking spots. And yeah, this is where Timothy and Sally Riley lives. So let's have a look at the house. So here is the entrance. And here there is the dining room. It's looking quite grand. And then here they have a kitchen. Okay, in this room they have a small bathroom. It's supposed to be a laundry room, but I have to put back the washer and dryer. Right, upstairs, that's where there is a living room, and there's a spare room that is Timothy's office right now. So yeah, it doesn't have much in it, so right, that's the living room. And then upstairs, that's where you find the master bedroom. And then there's a shared bathroom between the two. And then that's Sally's bedroom. Alright, so you come here and then get changed. They also don't have phone service at the moment. But when they have a cell phone, it doesn't really matter because they can just use that instead. Alright, so this is Timothy Riley. Oops, sorry. So this is Timothy Riley. I gave him a facial hair because he has a very weird chin, and I also wanted to make him look a bit different from John Burr, but I still call him John sometimes. I still call him John sometimes because he's just the same archetype, really. So he is a Libra, and he is 38 years old. His favorite color is orange. He likes jazz. He's charismatic, family oriented, a genius, ambitious, and a dog person. And yeah, he works. Oh, that's right, I sent him a letter. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. He works as a surgeon at the hospital. And he is a knowledge sim, and his lifetime want is to become chief of staff, so that's in a good way. It doesn't have any secondary aspiration. But I put that it should be fortune, so I'm gonna add it. Fortune. I don't know why I got it. Maybe I just forgot to put it. Anyway, so as you can tell, he is involved with Vivian, and they do have 3 bolts. Apparently he's a pretty attractive sim because everyone he meets has at least 2 bolts with him, well, except for, well, not everyone, but a lot. A lot of sim, but yeah, he wants to get married to Vivian show, and I think it's gonna happen pretty soon. Now, because there is no other doctor at the moment and he's the highest ranking, he does own the hospital, even though he's not chief of staff yet, but I guess he will be eventually. Um, so yeah, technically he is dating his employee, and he did give her a promotion because of favoritism. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think anything would happen because at the moment there's only three sim in the medical career. There's, well, Timothy, Vivian, and Samantha Cordial. But Samantha, she is a hopeless romantic, and she is super nice, and she is easily impressed. So I don't think she would even bat an eye at Vivian's promotion. She's not gonna think anything about it. And even though Vivian is not qualified to be a resident, I don't think anything would happen, because what I could do, I did just build a court of justice. It's really fun. So if there were to have, let's say, a problem, an accident at the hospital or something, they could potentially sue Timothy for favoritism. That would be pretty bad for him, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that now because, as I said, there's no one else to run the hospital basically, so I don't really want to do that. But it could be a possible story idea for the future. Then we have his daughter Sally. Oh, I forgot to say that, yeah, both Vivian and Timothy are widower, and usually in the game, normally in the game they both live at the Sentinel apartments, but I didn't do it because I have a lot of glitches with apartment lots. And the last time I tried to play with apartments, I had one of the neighbor became glitchy and they got stuck. But their needs were not static and they ended up dying in the middle of the night while I was playing with my family. So yeah, there was a lot of other glitches as well, like Sims being invisible. The apartments didn't, like, when I visited an apartment with my playable sim, the apartment never became blacked out again, and I always had access to it. It was annoying because then if it was dirty or if the TV was on, I could hear everything. It was, yeah, it was just a lot to deal with, so now I just don't play with neighbors in apartments. So I couldn't have two playable living in the same lots, so I had them move here. And it wasn't really a problem because since they are co-workers, I guess they just fell in love at work instead of being neighbors, but it doesn't really change much for them. Alright, so let's meet Sally. She is a Leo and she's currently 10 years old. Her traits are that she is a genius and excitable, and she loves turquoise, she loves pop music, and she is an animal lover and a jock. Oh yeah, and I always forget their hobbies, but both Timothy and Sally are sports enthusiasts. So yeah. maybe I will have her join the soccer club when I set that up. There are not enough kids right now, or well, I guess I could do it, but well, yeah, I wanted to wait until I had Pleasant View because Daniel Pleasant is a coach or an assistant coach, I think, and so he would be the one managing the soccer club because I've built the stadium and everything, but Carlos is a Hall of Famer. I don't think he would be the one training the kids. Like, he could do an appearance from time to time, but I don't think he would be full time coaching just young kids. So, yeah, but eventually she might join it. And she doesn't have an aspiration yet because she is a child. And yeah, the interesting thing about Sally is that she is actually very grouchy. And every day she keeps bringing townies, like classmates from school, but she never manages to become friends with them because she's just so mean. She's just so mean all the time, and all of her interactions go bad. So, my guess is that my my story for her is that she's actually a bit of a bully, and that's because I think she has anger issues due to, I mean, she had a pretty traumatic childhood with her mom passing away, and she doesn't know how to deal with that anger, so she takes it out on other kids. And yeah, I think Timothy doesn't know that she's like that, and he has kind of spoiled her a little bit because, well, yeah, her mom passed away, so I think he really gives her everything she wants, and he doesn't really encourage her to be more. I guess he unknowingly enables her to be very selfish and self-centered. We'll have to see. Maybe Vivian's influence can soften her a little bit, because I see her as kind of this tomboy, a bit brutish, a bit not, I don't want to say aggressive necessarily, but she has that energy of being very bossy, I guess. We'll have to see if being in contact with Vivian will soften her a bit, but the thing is that Vivian is actually also not nice, so maybe it's not gonna help at all. But yeah, that's my idea for her. But I mean, given that her father is, I mean, he's also not nice, I think. Yeah, they have pretty similar personalities. I don't know, maybe she will just be a mean girl when she grows up. We'll see. Okay, so now we are at the Rutherford household, which is the house of Geoff Rutherford and Connor Weir. But my guess is that the house belongs to the Rutherford family, Geoff, and then Connor is his best friend that he met in college, and so he invited him to become his roommate because it's a really nice house, and yeah, and that way they get to live together and then keep throwing parties every week, just like when they were in university. For this house, I didn't change. I think I didn't change the inside very much. I was getting kind of tired, so I just changed the doors. I didn't really change the furniture or anything. I just added some things, but it's more or less just the house as it was. Yeah, I think I did change their beds, if I remember correctly, but okay, so let's start with Connor. Oops. I want to change them. Alright, so this is Connor wear. And this is all default replacement, so I kind of like this look on him. He is a Cancer. Of course, he's a family sim. He wants to have 6 grandchildren, and his secondary aspiration is pleasure. Because, yeah, I think that's why, because he's very playful, and I think that's why he got along very well with Geoff. Because they both kind of like partying and having fun. His favorite color is yellow. He likes college rock. He hates the outdoors. He's a couch potato. He has a good sense of humor. He's a great kisser and computer whiz. And of course, he is a tech. And his hobby, I think it's games. Yep, so he is a gamer. And he also works for Armand de Bateau. He recently had a promotion. He used to be on the same, he used to be junior like Geoff, but now he had a promotion and he wants to be friends with Armand, which I locked in because I see him as being quite ambitious for his career, and Armand is his boss, so I guess he would want to have good relations with him so that he can progress even more. Yeah, and he is currently dating Chastity Gear. I don't know why they rolled wants to get together, but they don't actually have. Sorry, they don't actually have chemistry. They used to have negative chemistry even, but yeah, it just happened, I guess. But I don't think it's gonna last very soon because he wants to get married and start a family, but Chastity is not really into the traditional marriages, let's put it this way. And then there's Geoff. This one, there is both a blackout and a landlight issue. Okay. I'm guessing that it's because it's raining. Anyways, so this is Geoff Rutherford. I gave him this outfit from Nightlife because I thought I don't know, I thought it suited him. Yeah, so he is a Virgo. He's actually quite shy, even though he likes partying a lot. So he is flirty. Oh, I didn't say his age. He is he's 33. No, he's 31 and Connor is 33. So he's flirty, a party animal, a mooch, dramatic, heavy sleeper. He likes black and he also likes college rock. Yeah, he's taking a picture with his secret boyfriend. Let's put it. Will it put it up? Well, let's hope that his sister never comes to his room. So yeah, Connor is gay and he's actually the younger brother of Marissa Cleveland. And he's having a secret affair with his brother-in-law, who is a closeted gay. So yeah, it's all very recent, and he does want to go steady, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't really want to have the Cleveland divorce. So I mean, I think they would want to keep the appearances. So yeah. But like I said, he also works for Armand de Bateau as a junior executive. But he is, I don't think he's really interested in climbing up the corporation ladder because I mean he's already rich. He comes from a rich family. And I don't think he's very ambitious. He is a romancier and a secondary pleasure. Oh yeah, and he does dream of becoming a celebrity chef. And his hobby is cuisine. What did I write for him? Yeah, he's actually into mixology, so he would be more into making drinks. It's just an excuse to throw parties, really. Yeah, so that's it. Who is that? Call me. I guess call me the townie. I don't remember his last name. Wait. He randomized as gay, I think. Call me Tellerman. Yeah. So I don't know how to see. He also wants to flirt with. Wait, with Nathan? I thought it was Armand de Bateau because he used to have a want to flirt with him, which I thought was very funny because, well, Armand is his boss, but he's not gay. And then Nathan is not gay either, so. Yeah. And then for the last family, we have the Newson. What I did is that I took one of the house that was pre-made and I turned it into an orphanage, and I moved in the social worker so that she could take care of them, and yeah, that's where they live now. Actually, they're all at school, so I won't be able to show them there in person, but I guess that's okay. Alright, so let me show you the house. So you enter in the living room. And then here is the social worker's office. Right. And then here there is a bathroom. And that's the dining room. And then the kitchen. They also have this eating area outside for summer. And then here is the laundry room. And then upstairs, that's where you find Georgia. That's when you have the nursery. Like this one is more for the infants, and this one is for the toddlers. So it has more toys, bodies, and then there's a bathroom. And then this is the social worker's bedroom. Right, she's on the same floor as the babies in case they need anything during the night. And then on the last floor, this is where the older kids live. So that's the boys' bedroom. They have their own bathroom, and that's the girls' bedroom. And then there's this room where they're supposed to do their homeworks, but yeah, there's a lot of routing issues when they all come at the same time. So that's why there's a lot of homework on the floor. And this house is giving me PTSD because it's so hard to play with that many kids. It's so hard. It's not even the toddlers. It's like having everyone do their homework and their fun is really low, and then they don't want to do them, and you have to teach them one by one how to study. And yeah, and I also have the electrical box. It's set as a bad building, because I'm assuming that this is a bit of this is an old house that was kind of like revamped into, I mean, this is an older building, so the electrical system is not that good. So they do have power outings quite often, and then they can't watch the TV. And the thing with the Newson kids is that even though in their description it says that they're really close and they want to stick together, they're not actually friends with each other. So what happens is that when I tell them to play with each other to keep themselves entertained, they keep just rejecting it. And so everyone is just unhappy and miserable. And yeah, I can't wait for them to grow up. I actually grew up Garrett because he is a Pisces, so his birthday was actually at the beginning of the round. Right, so I can talk a little bit about the sim. The social worker, she was just generated by the game. Did I give her traits? Yeah, I gave her. She likes classical music, she likes black, she's a light sleeper. She has no sense of humor, she's perfectionist, proper, and nurturing. I mean, that's what you would expect from a social worker, I guess. But yeah, I think I turned her aging off. Yeah, I have a mod that allows me to turn off aging for specific sims. And so I don't really consider her like playable. Like, yeah, yes, she is playable because I moved her in to live in this house. But she's not gonna actually have a story or like fall in love or you know, become friends with the neighbors. I kind of want her to just stay here and look after the kids, and maybe after a few generations I will have her will turn her into an elder and have her go into a retirement home or something like this. But yeah, at the moment that's what this is. So the kids are all at school, but I guess I can still show you their traits. What I really hate about the Newsons is that their names, I know it's supposed to be cute that it all starts with G, but it's really confusing and I never know who is who. I never know who is called what. So this is Ginger. She is a Taurus, so she's going to become an adult pretty soon. She loves turquoise and pop music. She's a computer whiz, a hopeless romantic. She's nurturing and frugal because, well, I guess when you live in an orphanage, you learn to pinch your pennies. And she has absolutely horrible grades because she has not been doing her homework at all. But she doesn't really care because she's not gonna go to college. So there's not really an incentive for her to study. She is a family sim, and her secondary aspiration is popularity. And her hobby, yeah, it's games. So she's really into chess. They have a little chess table here. And then Gavin, he is a fortune sim and his dream is to become a business tycoon. His secondary aspiration is family. He is brave, ambitious, athletic, a born salesperson, and he loves black and R&B. And actually I gave him a part-time job at the stadium because, well, when I moved them in, he just rolled the want to join the athletic career, and I thought it was pretty smart of him because I think what I'm gonna do is that when a teenager is in the soccer club, if they are really good and the coach think that they might join the team, they could pay for his scholarship so that he goes to university. And so I thought that it would make sense for him to kind of use this opportunity because otherwise he's not going to be able to pay for the tuition. Now the Newsons, they did have some money. They have something like 47,000 when I moved them in. So what I did is that I split the money evenly between all the kids, and I put it all in their bank accounts. So they all have something like a bit less than 8,000 simflows. They all have something like a bit less than 8,000 simoleons. But yeah, that would still be a bit short for university. So he has this job now, and actually when he went to the stadium, he met a townie, Sophie Miguel, and they have 3 bolts. So yeah, I think that it's just fate and they are soulmates, so we'll have to see what happens with that. And his age, he is 17. No, Ginger is 17 and he is 14. So yeah, he's still pretty young. Then we have Gabriela. Gabriela is a Cancer. She loves animals, she is also frugal, and she's a genius, and she loves purple. Her favorite music is pop, and like I mentioned earlier, she became instant friends with Isaiah Gavigan, and she's also very close with Gallagher because they are the same age. She has a high relationship with Garrett, but when I look at Garrett, oh no, it did improve. Because yeah, when I was playing, they were just not interested in each other. But okay. Well, then let's go to Gallagher. He is a Cancer as well. And he is 11. Both of them are 11 and they have the same birthday. So he is, but obviously they are not twins because they're all adopted. And he is shy, also frugal, and he's good. And his favorite color is white, and he loves R&B, like his big brother, Gavin, I don't know. And then there is Garrett, who is a Pisces. He is good, he's also a genius, and he's a sailor. I think this was just randomized, and I just kept it. I don't know, why not? And his favorite color is pink. And then we have Georgia, who is a Gemini. And she is a heavy sleeper, and she's grumpy, and her favorite color is gray. Right? And she doesn't really get along. She's friends only with the social worker. Oh yeah, she's almost friends with Ginger. I wanted to call her Gabriella. This is why I don't like all the G names. I never know who is who. I mean, it's also a bit funny because, like, given that they are all adopted, do you think that they were adopted because all of their names started with G? Or did their adoptive parents rename them so that they could all have a name in G? I don't really think it's a bit dodgy, but yeah. So that's it, and I don't even have screenshots for this family because, like I said, when I was playing, it was just chaos every day. That's why I sent them all to school. Usually I stop playing when they wake up in the morning, but for this house I was just so overwhelmed. I was just on autopilot. I just sent them all to school. I was like, just get out of the house. I just can't deal with this anymore. So yeah, I can't wait for them to grow up. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Ginger. I mean, when she turns into an adult, she's gonna have to move out because, well, she can't stay. I mean, she won't be a kid anymore, so she will have to move out. Maybe I could see her getting with Connor Weir after he breaks up with Chastity Gear. I don't know if they have chemistry or not. I don't think she's met him yet, but she does know Geoff. I don't know how they met, but yeah. I mean, she's a family sim, so they would both have the same goals, I guess. So that could work. But yeah, obviously she's gonna have to find a job and then rent a cheap apartment somewhere. I can't move her into the mobile homes because there's already Jessica Peterson, unless I have her move in with Carlos Contender, and then I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, but yeah, this is one possibility, I guess. So with that, we have seen all the families in this neighborhood so far, and that was actually a lot of families. like 17 families. This is the biggest neighborhood in The Sims 2. Yeah, it's really fun actually. I was a bit worried that I wouldn't get attached to the Sims because usually I prefer to create my own Sims and then make up their own stories. So I was a bit worried that I wouldn't feel as much of a connection with the primates, but actually it's been the opposite. But not the opposite, but I guess I'm really invested in their stories and seeing how things are going to evolve for them. It's like this town is like a little soap opera. There's like really dramatic storylines with like I guess the lavender marriage, and yeah, just sort of a lot of romantic tension and possibilities for betrayals, broken hearts. So we'll have to see how things goes. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I think what I'm going to do is keep playing the hoods, and I mean, what I want to do is that after each season I will add a new subhood. The reason why, because it's pretty, I mean, it takes a lot of time to renovate all the builds, and I kind of want to play a little bit so that I don't lose interest or I don't get burned out on just building. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play each hood for one season, and then I'm gonna add another subhood, renovate it, and then play both of them for the next season, and then the next season I will add another one and then add it to the rotation and so on. So the next hood I want to add, I think I'm gonna add, well, I think I can add Pleasant View and Strange Town at the same time, because Strange Town is really small. It only has like 10 lots, so it shouldn't take me too long to renovate it. But I don't know yet, because I have plans to drastically change the look of the hood, so it might take me a bit longer than expected. But on Pleasant View, I think it has like 25 something like that. I know it's 20 something lots, and so I mean it's still a lot, but it's nothing compared to Belladonna Cove. I mean, this hood has 49 lots, and I've added a lot of new community lots, and so I think in total I've built like over 60 lots. I'm not completely finished. As you can see, I still need to do this one here, and then I still want to build like the city hall here, and yeah, I just want to fill out the town, but it's almost done at this point, so I can start playing. And then yeah, over here there's the secret hidden location. I'm not gonna put it, I mean, I'm not gonna keep the original because it looks a bit too goofy, and like I said, I'm not sure I want to keep the witches in Belladonna Cove. I think it's a bit too much. It's not secluded enough to have witches. I'm kind of thinking of putting them in River Blossom Hills, because I mean, I'm not even ready to renovate that hood yet, but I imagine that it would be a more remote area in the countryside, so it would make more sense to have more paranormal activity in this location rather than you know, in the middle of the city. So yeah, that was my little tour, and thank you if you watched all of it. Thank you very much, and I will see you in another video to show you how I renovated all the community lots. So yeah, thank you.